And that leads me to the next topic I wanted to talk to you about, and that is that one NFL team, Anshu Khanna, one singular NFL team put in a waiver claim for Josh Gordon. He is now a Seattle Seahawk.
I'm absolutely stunned by this, especially after yesterday the Panthers put in a claim and signed, who was it? It wasn't Gordon. It was, but it made little sense to me that the Panthers would then sign this receiver. I need to know who it is 1 second. Why did Josh Gordon only have one team put in a claim for him? I mean, he's been nothing but a good soldier as far as we know. Is it just the stink of the Patriots dropping someone that keeps people away from him? Like, does it just scare them so much that they don't want to make the move? Oh, it was Dante Moncrief. That's who got picked up by the Panthers. So, I was stunned by it. I really thought the Packers, amongst many other teams, should have put claims in. And for him to fall to the Seahawks with the way they've looked so far is kind of daunting, I think, for the NFC.
Yeah, the Seahawks were 28 out of 30 teams in waiver claim priority, but it didn't matter because, like I said, literally the only team to put in a claim, and only because Russell Wilson, he campaigned for it so hard. This has to be a case of there are things that the general public just doesn't know, right? Because this doesn't make sense. For a guy, look, 27 catches for, I forget the total yardage, but 27 catches, a couple of touchdowns. That's in a half a season. Like, he's on pace for 60 catches. He makes $1 million and he can run by people. Something doesn't smell right here.
Absolutely. And beyond that, even if he can't run by people necessarily, I mean, just the threat of Josh Gordon being on the field, you automatically take another team's, definitely a starting caliber corner and just put him on him, and I don't know. I think that this guy is way too talented to not be picked up. And like you said, there's got to be something we don't know about, but at the same time, sometimes your eyes just don't trick you, and I feel like he's way too good not to have been claimed by every team. I mean, I was stunned when it came out that the Bengals didn't pick him up, even though their receivers are relatively decent. So to go all the way down to 28 I think it's a tough look for the league. But again, like you said, there's definitely the possibility with Gordon that there's something else up.
And, and if nothing else, you're potentially claiming a compensation pick in 2021 for $1 million. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's not a locker room cancer by any means. We know that much at least. So, I mean, I just don't see the law. I think teams just operate really oddly when it comes to picking up players and, and the financial ramifications of those moves. And I think that that idea manifested itself at the trade deadline as well, where teams just didn't seem to want to trade for, salaries essentially.
Yeah, I'm looking at this comp pick chart right now, and it just so infuriates me that Andrew Sendejo is canceling out the big contract that Golden Tate got with the Giants. It's absurd, just absurd. The Eagles right now project to get a 3 for Foles and a 4 for Jordan Hicks. They would add another 4 for Tate should Sendejo not be on the roster. They need youth. They need youth so badly. Just do the right thing for the once. Just once. Just sign Corey Graham again. You want to. It's every year they sign Corey Graham. You want to. Just bring him in.
Yeah. I mean, a 4 is a big deal. I agree with you. I mean, maybe the fear is that he goes and signs, with a competitor. Maybe or something.
So he commits personal fouls for a competitor instead of us. That's scary for me.
Oh, man. Yeah. I have nothing I can contribute on the Andrew
He tried to kill Avonte Maddox. He tried to kill him.
Oh, man. Poor Eagles.
I'm so over it.
It's tough being 5-4.
Well, yeah. It's a bad spot because they're, I don't trust that they're anywhere as good as this Dallas team is. So I'm scared. No comp picks for your Packers this year. I forget how heavy they went into free agency last year, bringing in the Smiths, Adrian Amos, and Billy Turner.
That's right. Yeah, this is going to be the first time in a long time that they're probably giving up in that department, and they're certainly not going to add anyone next year. So maybe they'll add some comp picks in 2021. But they're left wanting, and that's the other shoe drops in this scenario. And like the fact that you can trade comp picks now adds such another piece to the possibility of dropping a guy like Sendejo or somebody else where, you know, now you add that fourth rounder and, you know, you couple three of those together and, you know, next thing you know, you're in the middle of the third round, the late second round, and, you know, you can get some real players like, let's say, a speedy receiver in this draft. So, yeah, that would be, I agree. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, smart front offices know how to manipulate this system. There's a reason that the Patriots are getting 2 extra third-round picks this year instead of overpaying Trey Flowers and Trent Brown.
Absolutely. Yeah, it amazes me because these guys do this every day. They pour so much resource into, you know, college scouting, but, you know, they go to every single team. They know every single player's background, when in reality, maybe they should just, you know, pour it into like having one financial analyst that helps, you know, maximize these scenarios, these comp pick scenarios specifically. They feel like low-hanging fruit on the equity scale. So, yeah, I mean, I think that this is something that teams should be looking for, but only the Patriots and like maybe the Dolphins actually did a good job at the deadline, I thought, of adding some players, but not many others.